Welcome CSL Palm Desert. I'm Dr. Laura. I am so happy to be back. Look at this. Is this gorgeous? This is amazing. It's the next best thing to being in the center with all of you. Not quite as good, but pretty spectacular. So this week we have a great talk by Reverend Charles, and our guest artist today, I'm so excited, is Jamie Lula. So buckle up, Buttercup, as William would say. It's great to be back, and let's listen to our amazing Jamie.
Hey y'all. Sometimes I forget where I come from. Sometimes I forget where I'm going to. Sometimes I get so confused I lose my way. Sometimes I know you feel the same. Then I remember there is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. Everywhere I am, I know what I've got. Sometimes I believe in what I see. Sometimes I believe what I perceive. Sometimes I get so confused I lose my way. Sometimes I don't know what to say. Then I remember there is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. Everywhere I am, I know what I've got. I forgot to pray, forgot to be still and know. Forgot to forgive myself until I forgive myself. Forgot to ask for help, I forgot to say a word. Forgot to believe in me, believe in my spirit well. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. Everywhere I am, I know what I've done. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. No, 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 no. Everywhere I am, I know what I've got. Everywhere I am, I know what I've got. Everywhere I am, I know what I've got.
Wasn't Jamie amazing? Just opens your heart up. So I am so excited. We have so many wonderful things happening this week at the center. On Monday, this is really exciting. You get an opportunity with Reverend Charles to meet and get to know our newest ministers. And Reverend Charles is going to be speaking to Dale Olansky Monday. Remember, everything's at 10 o'clock, so it's easy to remember. Tuesday, Reverend Charles continues his great conversation with Jeff on Seeley as they review and go over the book that they've been studying. On Wednesday, we have the incredible, amazing, sensational Six. They are getting rave reviews. Make sure you tune in for that. Thursday is another opportunity for you to get to meet another one of our ministers, our new ministers, Cheryl Guest. And Reverend Charles will be interviewing her. And then Friday, it's the one and only Reverend Charles, Life on Love. You don't want to miss that. And also don't forget that Saturday we have our meditation. Please, it's a great way to just open your hearts up and center yourself. Sunday, don't forget of course, our service, and we have the virtual rooms for prayers. Remember how we would have in the Om room our 1-minute miracles? Well, now we have our 1-minute miracles in the Om room, but virtually. So make sure there's a link there on our webpage. You can just click into that and it'll take you into a virtual room, and surprise, there'll be a practitioner there for you. So that's what's happening this week at the center. There's always something happening here at Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert. So as always, this is the time in our service when we say our mission statement together as a spiritual community. So please join me as we say our mission statement. We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. So this is the time that we go into meditation. So please join me. Let's get comfortable wherever you are. Take a deep breath in and center yourself. Go to your heart, knowing that Spirit is always here. This is an important moment in our lives that we reconnect with Spirit in such an amazing, wonderful way. So just relax. Be one with Spirit right here, right now.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done and everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, and everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to this present moment here, to this new beginning here. And I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, get ready, my soul. Get ready, ready, my soul.
So recognizing that there is one power, one presence in the universe. It is all love, it is all God. It is this divine energy that creates everything. Everything you see, everything that is unseen is the divine. And so right here and right now, we recognize that each one of us is one with this, that the power, the glory, the magnificence of that divine presence is in each and every one of us. So right here, we open our hearts to receive this message from Reverend Charles today, knowing that all is well, knowing that regardless of what is going on the outside of our life, on the inside is always that perfection expressing itself, wanting to come through each and every one of us as a divine. And so Spirit is always there, loving us, embracing us with its warmth, its pure love and joy. And so I know that each one of us is this divine idea in that mind of God, and each one of us is expressing it in its magnificence and in its perfection. And so we relax in that. We relax in that knowing that we are one with it. And so I know all is well. I am so grateful for this message that we are hearing today. So grateful for this center, for each practitioner, each minister, each congregant that contributes to the welfare and the growth of our center, and that this message is continually getting out. So I say thank you. I say thank you. I release my word into the law, knowing that this is the truth, knowing that it is already done in my life and in the life of everyone on this planet. That perfection is always there. And together we say, and so it is.
Show me the way. Show me the way. Your love will light my way. Show me the way.
Show me the way.
Show me the way.
Show me the way.
Your joy will light my way. Show me the way.
Show me the way.
Show me the way.
Show me the way.
Your peace will light my way. Show me the way.
Show me the way.
Show me the way. Your truth will light my way. And your love will light my way. And your joy will light my way. Light my way. And your truth will light my way. Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om. Shanti Om. Now take a deep breath in and exhale all the way out.
O great spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. O great spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. Love is all, is love. Join us in singing the music of one in all in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. No greater blessing. O great spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. Love is all, is love. Join us in singing the music of one in all in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. No greater blessing. O great spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. One in all in one. Join us in singing the music of all in one, one in all. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. No greater blessing. No greater blessing. No greater blessing.
So this is the moment in our service where you get to participate in an amazing way, and there are so many ways here on the screen that you can support our center. And we do appreciate all the support that you give us every day. Every penny that you give helps us to continue doing what we do all week long. So thank you. I want to thank you ahead of time, knowing that what you give out, what you give comes back to you pressed down and multiplying. So at this point, I am going to turn it over to Reverend Charles. Be prepared for an amazing, amazing talk. Thank you.
It's such a great morning. My beloved, beautiful Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert. It's such another extraordinary morning to be together. We've already heard such lovely music. We got to see the beautiful Dr. Laura's face. It's so great to have her back with us. I know there's a familiarity that we're missing, a familiarity of our surroundings, a familiarity of faces, of the way, the rituals, the way that we do things as a community. And I know a lot of us are missing that familiarity. And we're trying to, we're not trying to, we are working ourselves into this way of being for now and find our way through the discomfort of it. You know, and the beauty of it. To find our way through the discomfort of it, but also to harness and harvest all the beauty that's happening around us. And to be able to have eyes to see it and ears to hear it, hands to feel it, a heart that perceives it, and a mind that is joined with it. We talked so much recently that we're living in unprecedented times. Unprecedented times. What does unprecedented mean? We don't have any frame of reference for it. It hasn't happened before. And especially when you know, in March, when things really started, you know, kind of coming into form with what this unprecedented times was, that's what we kept saying. Oh, we're living in unprecedented times. And I've been really being with that for the last bit of time. And I have an invitation for all of us this morning. Since we are living in unprecedented times, my question first before the invitation is, when actually haven't we been living in unprecedented times? Think about it from a principle-based standpoint. When was the last time we did not live in unprecedented times? Because what we know is that we live in one eternal now moment. That's all that life is. We talk about a time and frames of reference to give us some form of comfort, to give us some structure, to give us something kind of a push toward or push back, a frame of reference. But we're always living in unprecedented times. It's impossible for us not to be living in unprecedented times. Precedented times are when we continue to perceive the same day. It's the old story of Groundhog's Day. When we continue to perceive the same day over and over and over again. We wake up with the same structure. We wake up in the morning with the same thoughts. We wake up with a routine, and I'm not saying there's anything bad about routine. Routine's a beautiful thing. Lord knows with my daughter, routine's important. But even in the midst of routine, we can have newness and freshness. Even when you wake up in the morning and your morning routine is to wake up, you go use the restroom. When was the last time going to the restroom felt that good? You had that much relief from waking up and using the restroom that particular morning, rather than just slogging my way over to the restroom, plopping down, standing up, however you do it. And that's just what you do. Then you go wash your hands. Then maybe the coffee's already made and you walk your way over to the kitchen, pour your cup of coffee. Is that the best cup of coffee you've ever had in your life? Or is it just another cup of coffee? Is this morning the best morning of your life? Is it an unprecedented day? I'm inviting you to live an unprecedented life this morning. To actually consider that all we do is live in one eternal now moment. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow isn't here. Today is the only day that we have, which makes it what? The most important day of your life. Do you know that today, Dr. Lord, do you know that today is the most important day of your life? Huh? What time is it right now? It is 6:40 a.m. in the morning, and we're recording this beautiful Sunday service for you. I've been up for a while now, and I have to say, it's not the easiest thing for me to get out of bed because my cycle is I'm an evening guy, but once I get out of bed, this morning is such a great morning. I've got Jeff right here, this magnificent man. We've got Dr. Laura right here, and this beautiful park, and these ducks, and the sun is coming up, and the trees, and it smells good, and it's still just about 80 degrees. What a beautiful morning, and even all those are qualifiers for what makes today a great day. Can I still have today be a great day when it gets up to 115? The answer must be yes. Why? Because it's the way that it is. There are things we can control and things we can't control. What you can control is your engagement with today being an unprecedented day. You have not lived today before. This is a brand new moment, a brand new day, and it's a glorious day. And I'm inviting you into this day to know and understand and take into your heart the words of Emma Curtis Hopkins. There is a good for you, and you ought to have it. Do you believe you deserve your good today? And is your good that you're drinking the best cup of coffee you've ever had in your life right now? Is your good that you look out the window and you see beauty? Is your good that you feel that the relationships in your life are blessing you and that you're blessing them? And that you can say a new word to your spouse today, perhaps that you haven't. Here, go to the dictionary and look up a new word. Instead of, I love you, find a different way to say it. What's another word for love or appreciation? What's another way to say, I covet you, I cherish you? What's another way to say, you have no earthly idea how much I appreciate and love you? How can that make your relationship with your spouse new today? Play a new game with our children or grandchildren. Look out and see that it's a brand new day for our little ones too. I love the conversation I had with Dr. Will a couple weeks ago on a Thursday chat. That we can look to our babies to see how beautiful life is. And we can look to our babies to see the newness and the freshness and the awe. That's why Jesus said, become as a little child. That when we do that, we actually start to experience life with awe. The mountains and the trees and the people in our lives, and it's a new day today. I pray that in all of our relationships, that we're not relating with somebody today that we related with yesterday. That somehow today there's an allowance for that person to be new. And that there's an allowance within your own mind for you to be new. To shock life by waking up new today. To shock life by coming into a meeting with a group of people or a Zoom call or a walk with friends and introduce a new idea about your life. One of my favorite parts, one of my favorite things about ministry is facilitating weddings, officiating weddings. And an invitation that I always include in my wedding ceremonies is for the couple to know, is to welcome them into the idea that there's always something new that we could discover about our partner. There's always something new we can if we don't become complacent. If we don't just maintain that we're in the same relationship over and over and over again, keeping ourselves and that person in a box. And we can look at that with our relationship with anything and everything, with money. You probably have a paradigm about money right now. Are you willing to shatter that paradigm? To be lifted into a new day today? An unprecedented relationship with money. An unprecedented relationship with your body. That you make a different choice today. Instead of sitting on the couch with that mug of milk and 6 Oreo cookies, maybe today it's only 4. Maybe today you go for a run. You take a walk. We do something we haven't done before. Eat an extra helping of vegetables. Who knows what the thing is? The idea is to be in an unprecedented relationship with your life. Right, Dr. Laura? Amen. To be an unprecedented relationship, to live an unprecedented life. You have not lived today before. And another secret, there's nowhere to get to. We're not going anywhere. You're not going to get there, and when you get there, I promise you there's more there to get to. We're not going anywhere. We live in one eternal now moment. That is principle, my beloved community. That is principle. We live in one eternal now moment. Forever and ever and ever. So when you reach that goal, there's still going to be more life to express. When you finally get into that, when you find your soulmate and you find that relationship that you've been longing for years and years, there's still going to be more life to express. It doesn't end there. Life has no finish line. Life is an over and over again. We start, we restart. We start, we restart. We keep expressing, we keep loving, we keep giving, we keep sharing. There's always more money to circulate. The body can always be healthier. Life can always be more full, more rich, better, and good. And we are here to express it. We're here to be in the now, to be in love, to be in joy, to welcome all of life in, to drink from the cup of life and feel nourished and be empowered and emboldened and energized and enthusiastic about today. My mom used to say, I think I've shared with this before, I will wake up when she'd put us to bed when we were kids. Our closing prayer for the day, I will wake up alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic. I will wake up alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic. Say it with me. I am awake, alive, alert, and enthusiastic today. I am awake, alert, alive, and enthusiastic today. Are you? Let's do it together today. Live an unprecedented life. A day that you've never lived before. Do something crazy. Take a risk. Have some fun. Be in joy. Surprise someone. Surprise yourself. Do something spontaneous. There is a good for you, and you ought to have it. Feel it, deserve it, claim it, know it. And when we do that together, beloved Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert, individually and collectively, today we make it the best day ever. Big love, much peace.
So let's just close with this prayer after that amazing talk by Reverend Charles that opened our hearts. So we know the power and the presence, and we know that life is continually unfolding. That is spirit in action. And so today is a new day. Today is the beginning of the rest of our life. So we take this moment knowing that today is never going to be repeated. Yesterday is gone. This is a new day. So we are invited by Spirit to create this day in its perfection, doing something new, experiencing life as we've never experienced it before. And so what is our focus? Our focus is always love. Love of life, love of our family, love of everything. Every breath we take is focused and realizing that this is an unprecedented moment. This moment has never been lived by us before. So we take that torch, we take that challenge, and we live our life to the fullest. We do what Spirit calls us to do with joy, recognizing that we live in a magnificent valley here. We look at these mountains and they inspire us, and we recognize how truly blessed we are. Just as these birds, these ducks behind us, they don't have a worry in the world. They are living their life, and so do we. So I am so grateful for this day, for this moment, knowing that I am exactly where I need to be right here and right now, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, and that if you recognize that this is not where you need to be, you recognize that Spirit is pulling you in the right direction. So we relax in that knowing. And so I am so grateful for this message, for this center that inspires us daily to live a magnificent and huge life. And so I know that each and every one of us is doing just that right here, right now, every moment, recognizing our oneness with this universe, with this planet, with each person, known and unknown in our life. So I say thank you. I declare that this is the truth. I declare that all is well, all is perfect, all is unfolding according to the divine plan, and that is our divine plan. So I let go, I let God, and together we say, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Love you. See you next week. So isn't it fun after the service to come out here on the patio, have a cup of coffee, socialize, talk about the talk? So we thought, let's do that. Let's come here at a place that we're all familiar. And so listening to your talk today, I was really inspired by it, and I had some takeaways from it myself and made me look at my day-to-day living, especially right now. And so I know as a minister, I have to be inspired for my talk that week. And so I was just wondering, Reverend Charles, what was it that inspired your talk today?
Cool, yeah. Well, a couple things. One is I actually said in a previous sermon what it would be to live. We talk so much about unprecedented times. We've been talking about unprecedented times for months now. And I said in a previous sermon, as not a throwaway line, but as a not very substantial line, I said, we're living in unprecedented times. What about living an unprecedented life? And what would that be? And so I've just been thinking for the last few months, we keep saying unprecedented times. And I keep considering, well, when have we lived in precedented times? And what that means to me is a time when we're familiar with what's going on, when life is predictable. And life is never predictable.
I was just going to say.
When do we live in precedented times?
Right.
So that's what it was. I want to just bring some context to every day is a brand new day.
Right.
And how can we optimize today and truly make it the best day ever? So that's where it came from.
Well, and so when you were talking, it really touched me because I thought, wow, how many times, okay, today's Friday or today's Monday, this is what I do on Monday, what is it I go through my checklist in my mind, and I really stopped and thought about it. It touched me because I thought about my grandchildren, and I thought about how every day when I'm with them, they get up and everything is new, you know, and we talk about chasing the little shiny thing, but isn't everything a little shiny thing? And then just driving here, and this morning the sunset coming up over the mountains when we were out at the Civic Center, and driving here from there and looking at our mountains, and you know, those are the things that every day is so beautiful, and the mountains look different every day and all the time because of where the sun is. And so I think we need to take those pauses, and that's what made me think is, yes, what is today? What am I going to make today?
Yep.
You know, what am I going to pay attention to today versus just being the robot and doing the thing?
That's right. And you mentioned Friday, you know, or what day of the week is it? I mean, how many people go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then it's the weekend, you know? Everybody's working for the weekend. You want a piece of my heart? You know, and then what? The weekend, and then what happens?
Right.
Monday comes again.
Right. Yeah.
And so what do we just do? Want to keep living the same life, or do we want to, like you're saying, have new eyes to actually behold? I just took this awesome drive from here, you know, through the desert to Arizona, and I was talking with Jeff a little bit ago, and he said if I had my camera, I could just stop, you know, so often and take in all the scenery. That 5-hour drive could turn into a couple of days just by stopping and seeing the beauty that's everywhere.
Yes.
You know, and that's what our children do.
Yeah,
they you know, there's this long eternal now moment that they live in because everything's a shiny thing.
Yes.
There's so much to explore. So an unprecedented life means I'm not going to stop being an explorer.
Right.
and
Well,
exploring what the world we live in.
I was just thinking, a couple months ago, I was in Orange County with my granddaughter, and there were snails at my sister's house on the wall, and she was just like, oh,
Yeah.
and things that, I'd look over and go, oh, a little snail. But for her, it was like, what is this? And to live every day like that, to live every day and be so grateful to be alive.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, to really, and I have to say, since I've moved to my new place, because my view is so amazing. Every day when I walk out of my bedroom and I come into the living room and the dining area and I see that view, I just feel so blessed.
Yes.
I feel so blessed. Then the rest of the day, well, kind of lose that.
What? But I think that's what we're talking about right now. So you're blessed, and there's the promise of a new day, and then something happens where we can become dead-ended to the rest of the day.
Yes.
Like we don't see the possibility. I wake up, oh, it's a new day. What's possible? What can happen? And then what? I get into my routine, and it's the same thing over and over again.
Check my text messages, my emails, answer this, do that.
And so that's the invitation that I wanted to present to the community.
That was great.
Is how about living an unprecedented life? Living a life where you don't know what to expect. You actually don't expect what the day's going to hold. From a value standpoint, or I think from a more macro standpoint, we can expect certain things. Financial abundance and beautiful relationships. But specifically, we don't know what's going to happen. So we meet the day with, like when I stood at the rim of the Grand Canyon, meet the day with awe.
Yes.
Meet it with wonder. I want more times where I get the chicken skin, where I get the chills. More times when I stood at the rim of the Grand Canyon and my stomach came up into my throat because I was just like in awe. That's the invitation.
Right. And really, truly, none of us know if we'll be here an hour from now, 5 minutes from now.
Yep.
And so, if you really knew this was your last day, your last hour, what would be important to you? I always say, when my children were small, I was very blessed, and I arranged it where I never missed a football game, a sporting thing, or taking them to their practices and stuff. And I remember my son said one time, Mom, you don't have to come to all my games. And I said, I know I don't have to,
Yeah.
but I want to. And so it's like, so this was your last day, what would be important? I know on my deathbed, I'm not going to go, darn, I wish I would have worked 2 more hours. I still have work on my desk that I didn't get done. No, I would want to remember everything around me and take that with me. I'd want to let the ones that are in my life know how important they are to me and how much I love them. I never get off a phone call with my family without telling them I love them. Because what if that was the last time I talked to them? I want them to know that the last word I said to them was, I love you.
There it is.
So I want to share with you today some takeaways that I've got, and maybe it'd be a spiritual practice that you want. And so I thought about it, and I thought, first thing in the morning, to wake up and be grateful. Thank you, God, for this day. This day is going to be like no day before. And really think about that during the day. And then during your day, everyone you come into contact with, recognize that they are an aspect of God. They are like a piece of art that there's no duplicate of it. And really love it and recognize it and pay attention to it. If you were going to the Louvre and you saw the Mona Lisa, you would think, oh, look at this piece of art and how blessed I am to be here and to see that and to recognize the divinity that went into that picture. That's how each person is. And then do something different every day and just be more aware of the blessings around you, especially those of us that live here in this valley. Don't take these mountains for granted. Don't take the beautiful palm trees, the people here. You know, we're wearing masks, but when you go into the grocery store and you've got your mask, people still can see that smile in your eyes. So when you're with that cashier, thank them for their service. Thank them and let them know that you see them and you appreciate them. Be that beacon of light wherever you go. Make that your day. And then at the end of the day, think of all the gifts that you had during the day. You've been collecting these little gems. Recount in your day how special this day was. Somebody different maybe that you met, somebody that you spoke to that maybe you haven't spoken to for a while, or you got to FaceTime somebody, or a Zoom, or one of the great talks you listened to that day, maybe here at the center. Think of those things and say, thank you, God. Thank you for this day. Thank you for my life. And I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. So blessings to you all, and have an amazing week. Don't take anything for granted. Make each day, each moment unprecedented.